Welcome in, everybody, to this next episode, episode 15 of Fancie's Fables End of Eras.
Hold on, I gotta write that down for my notes.
Oh, write that down, write that down!
Write that down.
I am joined by my wonderful party. We have got Amanda Dufresne, Art is My Voice, Bulletproofturtleman, and Kelp. And we are so excited to have them along today. Now, before we get into our recap, we have our tradition here, where we ask a question and probe the minds of our players about their characters. So this week's question is, what unusual talents does your character possess? What is that, like, talent show skill you've got? Kane.
Okay, my turn. Well, because we're just gonna go off Kane's character. If he was like in a circus or something, or that talent show-esque, it'd definitely be like the strong man, where he just want to show off his muscles, probably squish a watermelon with his thighs, and or pick up some ladies up on his guns, because he can.
Kane, big sexy man.
Yeah. You know him. A little bit of flashy, a little bit of showboaty, you know.
All right. Who's next? I'm just gonna pick one of you.
Well, mine is very, very on brand for Ko. He would perform in some musical variety.
That's
and
boring.
And make Rocktal appear again.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But can you do it on command?
We will get to that point, DM.
Oh, so you're just gonna show up to the party. You're like, don't worry, guys, I'm gonna do this crazy thing. And then
Yes. I'm the distraction in this moment. I got this.
All right.
I bet they've never seen this before. And then just, shit happens.
Probably not.
See? I'm onto something.
Surprise.
Yes,
All right, Phoebe.
Okay. I just thought of this because I thought it would be really funny and very Phoebe-like. I was like, well, maybe she can do something with her magic. No, this shit is fucking canon. You know when you were a kid and there's always that kid that was like, watch what I can do. And they would take up like a piece of grass, like a blade of grass, and they would like whistle, or like they could whistle with it. Have you never witnessed those kids?
I've definitely witnessed
That's
this.
her talent. That is
I was one of those kids.
I love it.
so proud of it.
Shit.
Right
So
when you think Phoebe can't get me pure.
Like
You're calling
she's ups
Epona.
it up.
Epona! And she said grass, not a reed, Xavier. Come on.
Watch what I can do. And she like finds like the bed. She's just like, and she like can
does the
whistle.
thing, whatever the fuck it is that
I
they do.
imagine Phoebe was under a lot of pressure to perform something and nobody knew what she was gonna do. So she just like, hold on, feeling around behind her, picks up a leaf and starts fucking playing it. Like, and they're like, you know what? Let's just leave her alone. Let's just leave her to her devices over here.
I always wondered how they did it too. I was like, how?
Yeah, I never figured
I
that one
don't
out.
know. But that's her talent. She can do it. So that's all
Help
that
do it.
doesn't know, but Phoebe knows.
There you go. That's the
all that
important.
matters.
That's called character knowledge versus player knowledge.
That's right. It's reverse metagaming.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Temin, what's yours?
Clearly, it
We
is.
know. Say it.
It is telling jokes.
Yeah!
Yeah.
As you all as evidenced by the last episode.
I'm
Perfect.
so glad you committed. I'm so glad.
It's gonna
Stand
be
up.
It's
Stand
just
up.
gonna
I love it.
happen.
So, Ko's gonna warm up the crowd with his musical talents, followed by Phoebe on backup grass.
Oh no, did you need to do a duet?
Grass.
Grass?
I can play the flute too, and we just sit there and just both play like grass.
Oh, me post flute? That's amazing.
Yeah, Miko's flute.
What's that sound?
Next thing you know,
genius.
freaking dragons just start appearing because the flute apparently is for them or some shit. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, you still have the fucking flute.
I do.
Yeah.
And Meepo!
I need to clean that flute out.
How's his
Thanks
voice?
for reminding me.
That's the sleepy time flute.
Yeah, the Cal Cook just comes busting out of nowhere. like the Kool-Aid man through a wall. Calcrix, what are you doing here?
Meeble's just like on her. It's like,
Oh my gosh.
just rides in.
Perfect. Okay.
I love it.
So, we got a jam-packed episode this week, but before we get to it, we gotta do a slight recap on the last arc that we had on End of Eras. So, we all know Waterdeep was attacked. Kane now has some strange collar, and there was a lot of death and cataclysm in the city. Well, we last found our party. They were heading towards the castle ward at the behest of Phoebe's interpretive dance at the request of Leyrol Silverhand, who had called the champion to the meeting of the lords. Well, we learned very quickly that the lords of Waterdeep are very much divided. Yeah, stubborn,
shit.
disagreeable,
Whack-ass hoes.
whack-ass hoes. Yep. Durnan
Phoebe-
stormed in the middle of it, telling them all that he had warned them about this and that he had known something was going on. Phoebe, Temin, and Co, meanwhile, are wandering around Castle Waterdeep, definitely not getting into antics. And they stumble into a museum of sorts. In there is the corpse, mummified, of the previous champion of Waterdeep. Well, Kane leaves the meeting of the lords and is told by Leyrol about several different aspects of the collar and its role here in the significance of Waterdeep, telling Kane that he, without his choice, is now responsible for his post. They are sent away to the champion's estate, a property that has been upheld and upkept since the last champion over 100 years ago. When they arrive, they meet the sole butler and caretaker of the estate, Sebastian Black, and he is the goodest boy. And for everything in between and what happened directly after that, you'll have to go check out the last episode on YouTube. But now, we are going to pick up with our party. We will pick up with our party in the champion's estate. It is early this morning. The sun has barely crept up over the walls of Waterdeep, casting long shadows through the courtyards. There is a sound of shuffling and some heavy things on top of countertops, and Phoebe is stirred from her sleep. She stretches, grabs Booker, and heads out into the main area of the estate, with the kitchen nearby. She opens the door, and within she finds Sebastian and Temin, grabbing various food items and cutlery and pans. It appears that they are preparing to make a rather large breakfast for the new champion and his companions.
Good morning.
Oh. Good morning, Phoebe. I hope your rest was restful.
Oh yes, very, very much so. It's very nice here.
Good.
Why, good morning, Phoebe.
Good morning, Temin. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm making breakfast.
What do you have planned?
Well, that's a surprise.
You know, I'm not very good with surprises. I'm too curious.
Well, a healthy mind starts with a healthy body, as the captain always said, and that means starting the good day with a good meal. Ho, ho, ho. and I have plenty of nutrients in this meal. Ho ho ho!
Phoebe is suddenly scared.
Yes, Temin was rather adamant at aiding me in making this morning's breakfast. I suppose an extra pair of hands wouldn't be able to hurt. What do you think, Phoebe?
Well, you definitely have these hands.
Perfect.
And I might need a second, but you'll have these hands too.
Oh, good. Well, everyone's welcome in this kitchen. All right. He preps the stove, gets some wood, starts the fire, begins to crack a few eggs, starts chopping some seasonings, all the good stuff, all the good stuff. While your two companions are preparing brekkie, what?
He said brekkie.
While Kane and what are Kane and Co. up to this early morning? They're both trying to find their unmute buttons.
I think I was muted. Yes.
Yes, you are.
I think Ko is sleeping in a little bit. And he's not necessarily asleep. He's kind of just in bed, eyes closed, just thinking over things. Especially in regards to what happened just the day before.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kane is emotionally tapped out as well. After having his night with Ko and crying on his shoulder, he's probably taking a minute to get his own thoughts together before he kind of faces the day. And he's probably doing a Mr. Man thing where he's going to be writing a note. He's writing a letter.
A very manly activity.
Very manly thing to do right now is to write his feelings and to get them all out.
Is he going to eat it afterwards?
Oh, God.
All right, perfect. Well, that gives us plenty of time to continue cooking. So back in the kitchen, I want both of you to roll me... Actually, you know what? If you are assisting in making breakfast, you tell me how you are assisting. And we're going to have a little skill check here.
All right.
Just to make sure we get at least one die roll in every episode.
Phoebe's definitely rolling up her really large sleeves. She's rolling them up, triple, quadruple rolling, and then she's gonna probably try to find a step stool because I'm guaranteeing these counters are a little too tall for her. And then she's gonna get her hands in whatever dough or batter is being prepped. There's always batter.
Yeah, make some biscuits.
And Booker's on the table watching because I don't want him to get messy.
Okay.
And Temin is already has his own unique mixture in a bowl, and he's pouring it onto a pan, making some really interesting looking pancakes.
All right. Okay. Phoebe. Give me a dexterity check, and Temin, give me a wisdom check.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Oh yeah, dexterity is its own thing.
17.
Ooh, 17.
You both got 17?
Oh, high five!
Wow, this is gonna be a pretty good breakfast. Okay, so
Oh
Phoebe, you're kneading the dough. You're doing what you got to do. You've made a few baked goods in your time. While your mother enjoyed eating baked things, she didn't bake too much herself. She was more of an herbalist. Really liked her fruits and veggies. But regardless, you're doing a great job shaping out some biscuits. You remember hearing something about making sure that you're cutting the dough with some like butter or fat so that it falls apart and all that good stuff. Temin, your mixture of ingredients.
You want me to tell you what it is?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, for Kane, You know, since he doesn't like spicy aftertaste, I'm gonna add some mint, as Geki mentioned. For Ko, who likes drinking, I'm gonna add some whiskey. For Phoebe, who likes chocolate and sweets, I'm gonna
Oh,
add that too.
well,
All in one big thing.
Yes, one pancake.
Phoebe's like gonna go to interject, and she's like, "It's too late."
Sebastian's gonna, pat you on the shoulder.
Oh, yes.
He's trying.
It's the thought that counts. So, as Sebastian begins plating the various food items, he glances at Booker, who's sitting on the counter. My, your little friend here has been through quite the journey.
Yeah. We had a run-in on the streets, and an adversary did not take a liking to him.
Oh,
It's not the first time it's happened. It's pretty easy to fix. But yeah, it takes some time.
I can't imagine who wouldn't like him.
I'm sure he appreciates that.
Well, I think he can help me clean up a little bit. Why don't you go find your other companion as I finish setting things up?
She's a little hesitant. She's just gonna kind of,
He'll be all right.
okay.
I don't think he's that much of a mischief maker, do you?
No, but it's not very often that, I'm...
Oh, he should be just fine. He then turns you around and begins to usher you out.
She's like, anxiety. Separation anxiety is in full effect.
He sends you towards Ko's room. Kane, there is a master suite in the champion's estate. Is that where Kane is sleeping?
If his companions made him go there, that's where he probably went. But he wouldn't take it like, oh my god, this is mine. He just gave the estate basically to Ko.
That's true. That's true. Sebastian probably would have been like, Master, this is your room.
Well, then if that's how it played out, then Kane would go in there.
Okay. So while you're laying there, you hear a soft jingle of a bell. It's very gentle, very soothing, but it does rouse you from your position. You open your eyes and you see there, next to the door, hooked up to some pulley system, is a bell that is jingling. And then you hear Sebastian's voice. Master, we have finished putting together a breakfast for you for your day.
I'll wrap up what I'm doing and I'll just head down.
Okay. Ko, you hear a knock on your door.
I don't respond.
Oh, guess he's not home. Alright, there's no response, Phoebe.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I knocking on his door?
You're the knocker.
I
He-
missed that
he-
entirely.
He told
Oh,
you to go get your companions. You were just so concerned about Booker. I
I
understand.
really was. I was like, my man's. What was she gonna do? I know someone's in there. She's gonna try to intimidate. She's like, I know you're in there.
You scallywag.
Good morning, Phoebe.
Good morning, Ko. How did you not sleep?
I do sleep. I don't dream.
How did you sleep but not dream?
It was fine.
It's good. It's good. Just want to let you know, because I am an early bird and was totally not awoken by any kitchen ruckus at all. There is some yummy food being prepared downstairs that I think you might enjoy. Because we made it for you, and we like you a lot, and we want you to enjoy this.
You can hear from behind the door, just like some rummaging, and then like the weight shifting as he like starts making his way to the door. He kind of just like opens it and looks down. I cannot wait to see what you guys have come up with.
Oh, good! And she's just gonna grab his hand and start leading the way.
Perfect.
He will allow himself to be taken. Okay.
Kane, are you joining them downstairs? All right.
Because I've been beckoned, so that's where I was going.
Temin, about this time, you finally finished your Mondo pancake. It took the biggest pan in the kitchen, and you needed a whole stove to yourself. But you did it.
I want to note that because Temin is not the most dexterous fellow with a -1 modifier, there may be eggshells. Said crunchy, dark-colored pancake that may be overcooked.
Perfect.
Looks like a very nice.
It's extra calcium. That's all.
It's a chocolate cake now. That's the color.
Sebastian flatters you by putting it on a large platter and cutting it up into pieces.
Oh, thank you, Sebastian.
Of course, Temin. You know, I appreciate your can-do attitude.
Oh, I appreciate your support.
Absolutely, friend. Now come, let's go finish setting the table.
Will do.
All right. So you all come to the dining hall, and you see a banquet of breakfast food. Sebastian was really going ham on preparing a bunch of eggs and toast and meats and all sorts of stuff. Phoebe's biscuits are there, as well as Temin's protein pancake. As you all sit, Sebastian reappears with Booker and puts him in a chair next to you, Phoebe. You look at him, and his stitching is immaculate. In fact, even your previous stitching has been taken out and restitched into these very tight, neat seams. There. I knew he wouldn't get into much trouble.
Well, I'm very glad. He can be quite fidgety. That's really impressive.
Oh, it's nothing. I've been trained for all manner of things.
Well, if you're willing to give a lesson or two when we have free time, I'm definitely willing to take it.
I'd be happy to teach you. All right, then you all are together.
I'm gonna go over to Sebastian, and I'm gonna be Kane, but I'm gonna go over to Sebastian with my Kane energy, meaning it's gonna appear confrontational, but it's not, but it is. So he's gonna go over to Sebastian.
Okay.
He's gonna be like, hey, get over here.
Yes, master.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not like all the other champions that we're talking about that lived here getting waited on hand and foot. I don't care.
Well, I've never met them myself.
Well, any stories you guys might talk about or what I imagine is happening here because of the way you're acting. However, I'm not really in need of a lot of that stuff, and I don't know how tied to this place you are and what your job description really is aside from cleaning and cooking. But I'm gonna need other things from you. Not this perfect, well-kept house and whatever that Co and his thing is gonna need. I'm gonna need some eyes, ears, and messengers. And I need to ask you a favor already.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out from my bag the letter I was writing. I need you to get this to Derman. Everyone in the city knows him, and if you don't know him, you can figure it out and get this to him, right?
Certainly, Master. He takes the letter from you. Durnan, the proprietor of the Yawning Portal, said to be hundreds of years old. Nobody knows about him.
I'm gonna smile. I won't underestimate you again, but make sure he gets that letter in quicker, sooner rather than later.
Don't worry, Master. I'm one hell of a butler. At the breakfast table.
Kind of just leaning back in my chair, looking over the food. And there's gonna be like a moment where I kind of like look around at all the seats. And I'm like, where's Lo?
Oh, did no one grab him?
It's okay. I'll go get him. You guys kind of like looking in a little bit closer and inspecting the food. You guys can start without me. I'll go grab him.
You better come back. I'll find you.
I'm sure you will.
And then out of the door to the kitchen steps Lorasi with a cup of tea.
It is like, and then just like quickly just like turn and sit back down.
That's right. That's right. When Daddy DM puts his kids in a room to communicate, they're gonna communicate, goddammit.
Talk about your failings, please. Well, I guess I will be joining you. You don't have to find me anymore if you need. So, where do we begin?
Lorasi, shuffles up with his tea. I think it'd be best to begin with any of it. It looks amazing, don't you think?
I think so.
I'm glad that you two are in agreement.
I also agree.
You
I
three.
do not. I do not have a nose, but if I could smell, I bet it would smell amazing. And I just
I'll
touched
look
my
at
face.
Ko. I'm gonna tell Ko, listen, don't overthink it. If it's awful, then spit it out. I've seen worse spreads.
Fair point. So why don't you do the honors, Kane? Since you're so confident.
All right, and I'm just gonna start eating. I don't care.
What are you eating?
What's the closest thing to cane?
Let's say a platter of eggs.
Then I will start eating.
That's so safe.
The eggs.
They're great eggs. They're great eggs. Listen. They are perfectly seasoned. They are perfectly cooked. In fact, there's 3 different kinds of eggs. You've got boiled. You've got scrambled. You've got over easy. Amazing. They're all good.
Kane's eating out of trash cans. I'm pretty sure he doesn't give a shit about what is on this table.
The food is all delicious. Now, if you would like to partake in Temin's dish, we can then decide how that is.
No. I'm definitely eating what Kane's eating. Kane has been my taste tester, my demolition, my whoever,
My door opener. The door
Yeah,
opener.
Yeah.
everything.
The trap tester.
Yeah. He literally should get hired for this because I put his life at risk, or I allow him to put his life at risk first, in most scenarios. So yeah. I'm literally like, whatever Kane is grabbing, I'm grabbing it after him. I'm like, okay. This is wonderful, actually. Who made this morning?
That was me, Sebastian, and Temin.
Well,
Yes.
I'll be damned. Who knew you two could cook?
Well, don't count out Sebastian. I'm pretty sure he did most of the heavy lifting.
Oh, well, no offense. I kind of just like assumed that he made the majority of this himself.
No offense taken.
Oh, try this, Cole. And I'm just gonna like take a spoonful of the pancake I made and turn to him.
How does it smell and how does it look? This spoonful that.
How is that, Bullet?
It probably appears like a nice dark crisp brown on the top. It looks like an ordinary pancake, surprisingly.
Uh-huh.
Just a little crispy.
It's a little
Crispy.
Is there any
Darker than normal.
Is there any meat in that, Temin?
Oh, no. I made sure there was no meat.
See, no meat code. Just try it.
Well,
I made this with all three of you in mind.
Well, how can I refuse now? Sure, put it on my plate, please. Yeah.
I'm just gonna shove it in his mouth instead.
Whoa! Can I use like uncanny dodge or some shit?
Sorry, I had that on my rogue. It doesn't work for pancakes. You must take them out.
Oh man. Let's see.
You don't even have uncanny dodge.
I know. I think Ko's reaction the moment he sees it like approaching is to just like move, but like because it was so sudden, he doesn't move all the way, and it kind of just like hits the side of his mouth to the point where like some of it still gets in, and he's just like, "What the fuck?"
Well, when you bite this pancake, it bites back. Both in taste and in texture.
It's a fucking mimic.
Yes, Tevin discovered the exact concoction to create a mimic.
Oh my god. So what am I getting? Am I getting some crunch? Am I getting flavor?
You know, you've got that chocolatiness, and then you've just got the pure mint leaves, which, you know, as an oil or like a garnish, it's great, but the leaf itself is so
Temin did not
pungent.
Mint oil. He did not chop up any mints.
Overpowering.
And so, like, pull a chewed on leaf out. Tevin.
I made sure to put in mint because I remembered that Kane did not like the spicy aftertaste of his dragon.
Well, you should certainly serve it to him.
I made sure.
Okay, I just like pull out a little bit of eggshells that I chewed on too. Listen, I appreciate your efforts. Perhaps, Sebastian, as you teach Phoebe some things, perhaps you could assist Temin and help him develop his culinary expertise.
Do you perhaps not like the pancake?
No. Don't get me wrong. It's fine. Other than, well, this and this. Mint. You go a little smaller. Chop it up more. Maybe don't use as much. A little goes a long way. These, completely unacceptable, my friend. It's just holding up eggshells. It's just unacceptable. Now I know your Warforged, your fingers are big, broad, bold. You need to fine-tune your motor functionality.
Oh, understood.
The dining hall door swings open, and in walks Sebastian. You don't know when he left, but here he is. He's holding a rolled parchment in his hand. There is a brilliant silver ribbon tied around it, keeping it closed. He smiles, stands in his stately stance. Shall I read it for you, master? This letter arrived from Castle Waterdeep. He then unties the ribbon and opens it up. Champion Kane and Champion's companions. The lords have concluded their extensive deliberation this morn, the 4th of Elisis. A word of warning, as well as a plea for aid, is to be sent to Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter, being the 2 sister cities to Waterdeep along the Sword Coast. A group led by Leyrol shall make the travel to Baldur's Gate, while another, led by the champion of Waterdeep, will travel to Neverwinter. The decision was met with a majority vote. A caravan is being prepped for both parties. You shall find yours awaiting you at the North Gate. Signed, the Lords of Waterdeep. P.S. We have concluded that our best chance of appealing to Neverember is to send you, Kane. Our hopes are that the arrival of the new champion would reveal the severity of the situation. Also, the man from Oakhurst wishes to meet with you after he has recovered. He was the one to hear the cities named and urged us to move quickly. May Mystra guide you. Leyrol.
That sounded pretty important.
He rolls the parchment back up. Well, sounds like we had breakfast at the perfect time then.
Looks like it. I'm gonna stand up. Well, the North Gate. They'll have the carriage ready. Seems like they know where they want us to go. And I'm just gonna look at everybody again. None of you have to go. You all know that, right? The city's got its claws sunk into me with this damn collar. I know you guys all got a lot going on.
Oh, but I thought we already decided to join you.
Yes, but I figured I'd give you one opportunity to back out. Your last one, right?
I'm pretty sure I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be.
Paladin never surrenders or backs out.
It's gonna kind of just stare at Kane like, you know where I stand.
I'm gonna look back at Ko and reassure him. And you know that when this is all put to rest and I can come back, and I'll also stand by you in your future endeavors as well. Whatever that may be.
Yes.
Listen, I'm not saying I owe you one, but you know.
No.
No, never.
If anything, I might owe you this time.
Well, let's get out there and see what happens.
You're pretty quick to gain you as their champion, put you to work.
It's not the collar. I would be doing this anyways. I guarantee you. Even if it was on my own accord, I would find my way to figure out the information and get out to where I need to be.
Well, then it's settled, right? We're all going.
Yeah.
I think I'll stay here, thank you.
Yes,
Still plenty of breakfast to eat. You see he grabs another piece of toast.
you do well to enjoy yourself, Lo, and leave things to us.
Yes, I'll continue to learn about the city.
Yes. Please do. There's much to be had here.
Perfect. So, you head to the North Gate then to meet up with this caravan. All right.
Gate.
Well, at the North Gate, you find just such a sight. Two carriages have been prepped with horses and 3 members of the watch stand at the ready. One of them greets you, Kane. It is Kara, one of the younger guards. Good day to you, champion, Kane.
Was she the one that was with the guard that warned me?
Gave you the heads up, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm just gonna kind of like nod and thank you, like trying to like let my guard down, but also like the watch, you know, like.
Yeah. I know, going from here to here.
Right, like.
She notes your companions. Well, they had believed that you all would be coming as well. We packed enough food for all of you for the 6-day trip north to Neverwinter, though we will be rushing to try and make it less than that, as this is very urgent, I hear. Alright. Well, they gave me a letter to take as well, so let's be sure to be on our way. Okay. Are there any conversations you would like to have on your trip up north?
Wait, Kara's going with us?
Oh, yeah. And 2
And they
other
gave
members of the
her-
watch.
And they gave her a letter?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
If you guys don't mind, I mean, Kane has an objective right now.
Yeah, go for it. Lead the way, leader. Do what you gotta do.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my God, no!
Yeah, yep.
All right. I'm gonna look
Fearless
at her.
leader.
And I'm gonna ask her, like, and be like, so, what's the letter? I'm always curious what those lords are up to.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna put a hand out.
Well, it's sealed.
Did I ask if it was sealed?
This is official letter from the lords to Neverember.
I'm still gonna have my hand out. I'm gonna look at her. I'm gonna look around. Well, I don't see any lords around.
Roll me a persuasion.
Okay. Persuasion. Ooh, I have a higher persuasion than I thought. Wait, I'm getting my metal dice for this. Fuck these little plastic dice. They always betray me. Okay. 13, 18. I got an 18.
He ran away.
What the fuck?
I'm right
He's
here.
gonna come check my die.
She jumped off the cart.
I got an 18.
DM has left the call.
Why you gotta pick the one toy with the squeaker in it? Give me.
Oh
He
my
wants to play
god.
with his toys.
You can chew on all the others.
Justice for puppies.
Just-
F in
oh
chat
my
for
God.
puppies.
Criminy. Okay. 19?
No, 18.
Whatever. So you persuaded her. She hesitantly gives you the letter.
I'm gonna take it and open it, and I'm just gonna roll my eyes at her and be like, "Don't worry. If anyone's gonna get mad at me. I'll give it to them open so they can yell at me, not you."
Okay. So you break the seal, the official royal blue seal of Waterdeep, and you take out the letter. The letter essentially explains that the situation, the attack, what had happened, lives were lost. It's going to take a long time to rebuild. They're asking for Neverember's aid for funding and funding soldiers for protection because of what's happening with the Watch. Just laying it out, right? And then it also mentions the survivor from Oakhurst. You get the sense that Leyrol must have penned this, because there's a little bit of a chastising tone talking about Oakhurst and its apparent destruction, and it being closer to Neverwinter than it is to Waterdeep. And mentioning that this survivor had heard the names of Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter mentioned, which is why they are sending these letters. It's not just a request for aid, but also a forewarning.
I'm gonna fold it back up and put it in, and I'm just gonna look at her. See, not so bad. It was really boring. Don't worry about it.
You see, she's like, okay. All right. Anything else on your journey?
Is it possible to figure out what the hell those scrolls I bought were?
You would have to get them identified,
No!
or you would have to open them. But that would activate them.
Okay, I won't open them right now.
Okay.
But on the travel, on the cart, on the journey, Phoebe's just gonna kind of like every time she kind of like looks around and is talking to people, she's gonna kind of like avoid Kane's eyes a little bit. She'd be like, just so. Yep.
Okay. All right. Does Kane have any reaction to this?
Oh hell yeah! If I'm taking notice, if I'm off in La La Land and don't notice, obviously I'm not gonna say anything. But if I notice Phoebe outright ignoring me, I'm gonna be like, "Yo, what the fuck is up? What happened? What did I do?"
Is that exactly what you say?
Yo, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Hey, get legit level with you, Phoebe. Be like, excuse me? Like that in chat.
Oh my god,
That, Phoebe, that in chat.
oh my god. Jeez.
No.
You have offended Kane, evidently.
I'm sorry,
I can't hear you. It's probably because you're really far from my face. I'm gonna crouch down.
I'm sorry for being in a conversation.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't care about that.
I didn't mean to. I was just worried because you came in and you looked really upset. So I felt bad. So I'm sorry. I know you don't care.
No, listen, you don't have to feel bad for being concerned. And I'm not upset. I never was upset. And I actually didn't take offense to it because I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start mirroring Phoebe. It just feels good for someone to care about me.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Nothing. I'm going to stand up and start walking with the carriage again. I'm going to then throw over my shoulder. Don't worry about it, kid. Seriously, it was fine.
Okay.
Is someone upset? Do I need to tell another joke?
Temin, if you have another joke, I would love to hear it.
Oh, okay. A druid gives his paladin friend an onion as a present. The paladin says, "I don't get it." And the druid tells him, "That's because it's a layered joke."
And no one laughs.
He's just gonna pat his arm and then walk ahead.
Actually, one of the city watch, they laugh. They laugh. That's pretty good.
Now he's a professional. If someone other than his friends laugh, he's considered a professional comedian.
He's going big time. He's going for the
he's
pro.
gonna forget us small guys.
It needs to be cringe level.
Ah, that's good. All right.
Now we're walking alongside the carriage, correct? Or the wagon?
Yeah.
Or we inside? Okay, we're walking.
Either. whatever you want, man.
Well, if everybody else is walking outside, I can't be the asshole to walk. To just be on the wagon. I got the hero of Waterdeep to in my party. I can't just be up showing them.
I need eyes on me. I need eyes.
My leader clearly does not want us to be inside the wagon. So, and we have the survivor. What was his name? Is he around too? Survivor from Oakhurst? Okay,
No.
Just wanted to make sure.
I thought he was traveling with us.
No.
No.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back at Waterdeep, right?
We saw him at Waterdeep when he came. That was the last
You
time
saw him
we
at Waterdeep. He was mentioned in the scroll that Sebastian was reading that he would like to talk to you after he's recovered. And he was mentioned in the letter to Neverember.
Yep.
In Neverwinter.
Gotcha.
And we have 3 guards with us. 3.
I am going to walk up to one of the guards and question them about Neverwinter. Excuse me. I am new to this area, and while I've heard the name Neverwinter be thrown around in my time here, I have no idea what to expect of such a place. Could you elaborate, perhaps?
Oh, I've only been there a few times myself. I mean, it's really warm there. The river's really warm all the time. That's why they call it Neverwinter, because it doesn't freeze. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, there's it's green all the time. They've got a lot of really nice flowers and trees. Remember Hot Now exploded? The whole volcano erupted 50 years ago. I wasn't born. You probably weren't born yet. Well, I don't know. I don't want to assume, but
I wasn't even in this realm.
Oh, I see. You're a far traveler then.
I am from far out of town.
Well, about 50 years ago or so, Mount Hotenow erupted and destroyed a whole portion of Neverwinter and killed the king and his family. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. But Daggalt Neverember, he used to be in Waterdeep, but then he was like, hey, I'm gonna take over here in Neverwinter, and he's just been doing that. Actually, a couple
Is that the new king?
Well, he calls himself the Lord Protector, but he says he's Elegandar. He's an heir to the Elegandar throne, but
Sounds kind of pretentious.
he has no proof. So I don't know. The people of Neverwinter seem to like him. I mean, he's been doing a lot. They've been rebuilding the city since the eruption, but I don't know. That's all I know. Maybe you'd know more if you talk to them. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been there.
I appreciate this. This is good. It's good information. And then you'll see Cole kind of pull a little notebook and start jotting down some of the things that he was saying. And he has to flip through a few pages before he gets to the new blank one, because he's been taking notes on stuff since his arrival.
Perfect. So you continue traveling. You see Neverwinter on the horizon. In fact, you'd be there by midday today. And as you get closer, you sense that it is, in fact, getting warmer as you approach the city. Now, it is currently Elysis, which is September, August time. So it's already warm. Just harvest season about. But it's warmer as you approach the city.
I'll kind of make note of that to the guard who spoke to me. He's like, it is indeed warmer.
Mm-hmm. You see he takes off his helmet and he's like, yeah.
Very interesting.
And
I don't think I've been anywhere that's hot before.
The
The city gates are just ahead of you as you approach. There are some guards out front and a few on the walls. They stop you, and one approaches. Kara speaks to them, informing them of who you are and what your business is here. And he hails for the gate to be opened. And as it finishes opening, you see a man step forward. He's very thin, though he wears a nice finery garb. He stands at attention. His boot heels clack together as he stands in salute. And then he welcomes you all into Neverwinter. Welcome, travelers from Neverwinter. I am Baron Sharmis. Welcome to our fine city of Neverwinter. I hope your journey was easy.
It was pretty good. It's very hot.
Yes, that is our namesake. You note behind him, seeing into the city, it's lush. You see tall grass, you see nice trees.
I'm just gonna be standing like behind Phoebe with my arms crossed, not saying anything. I'm sizing everybody up, you know.
Classic.
Classic.
Well, Lord Protector Neverember is currently indisposed, so I shall give you all a tour of our wonderful city before you go meet with him.
Wait. A tour? We're here to do like the stuff, like the business, the politics. I don't know.
Oh,
the
yes.
stuff. I didn't.
I'm sorry. What is your position?
My position is to be here talking with your guys. See?
Oh, Kane is the champion.
He points at Kane. The champion! Oh! Champion of Waterdeep. We welcome you humbly to Neverwinter. Yes, it is customary to show the great progress and flourishing our city has had during the rebuilding.
Why are you doing that?
Doing what?
You were like super like relaxed just like a second ago, and then you got all like stiff. You got really uncomfortable.
Sorry, it's just been so long since there was a champion, so it feels like a very big deal.
Well, let me tell you something.
Go ahead, Phoebe. Tell him I am not a big deal and I'm a nobody.
You bet I am. My friend right here, he's really tall and he's really blue and he's really nice. But he prefers to be called Kane, and he's just a normal guy like you. So
Oh, okay, Phoebe. I wouldn't go that far. Clearly, I'm not like him, Phoebe.
Yes, he's a very humble champion.
very humble. Yeah.
Okay. If you're gonna give us a tour, then give us a tour, because I'm not gonna stand here and take any of this from any of you, including you. And I'm gonna point to the new guy, including you. See, it's green. It's nice. Let's go.
Of course.
Kane's just gonna walk past him. Him.
Well, it's not a self-guided tour.
As Kane is walking away, I'm gonna kind of lean down and whisper into Phoebe's ear. Back in my world, I do believe they call that fangirling. So when you idolize somebody a lot, like a lot, sometimes it results in irrational behavior and physical responses.
Oh, a lot of people used to do that in my village whenever they came by our shop and they saw my mom. I didn't know what the term for that was.
Phoebe's hot ass mom.
O'Hara be banging, man.
So it's really good to put a label on that. I'm glad.
Yes.
So,
There's also another term called simping, but we'll get into that.
everyone in town was a simp for Phoebe's mom.
Canon.
Well, Baron Charmis gives you the tour of Neverwinter. He points out several buildings, talking about the materials that were used, how some of it was repurposed from the destroyed areas of Neverwinter, and some of it was brought in as an import using the wealth of the nobles of the city, as well as the Lord Protector, Dagult Neverember. There are flowers. Beautiful, vast varieties of flowers that are growing here on every lawn and every windowsill. The trees are so full and vibrant. Give me a perception check.
17 again.
I got 5 because I don't care about this place.
Kane's like, yeah, whatever.
I literally just don't care. Just bring me to the people I need to talk to.
I have a 10. I have, that basic level of interest. Like, oh, that's cool, but we have a mission.
14.
So, Phoebe and Temin, while you're getting this tour from the Baron, you notice in the distance, behind some of the buildings, you can see other buildings, and they are very disheveled. In fact, there seems to be a line of this nice property and the trees and plants, and then just this dingy, half-destroyed, ill repute, these buildings kind of in the background. He doesn't, while he's giving you the tour, he doesn't really point over there. He's pointing at these other grand buildings, as you are now approaching the Neverwinter River to continue heading deeper into the city.
Sir.
Yes, should I repeat myself? I was just saying that this building here...
You don't have to repeat yourself. Everything here is really beautiful. I'm really impressed by the flora that you have and the nature that's been able to sustain itself. What's over there? And she's gonna point in that direction.
Oh, that is part of the destroyed part of the city. The chasm is there from the eruption of Mount Hatanau. Just a dreadful time in our history. But, we don't dwell on the ruining much here. Many workers and tradesmen, unfortunately, still live there, as we just haven't gotten to taking care and building up that part of the city yet. But all in due time.
Yeah, speaking about cities and ruins, yours is going to be in ruin soon if we don't talk to people. So I'm pretty sure that your people might be done with whatever they're doing, and we can get back to that, right?
Well, I suppose we could head in now. I mean, I've barely just begun the tour. There's still so much to show you.
Okay, well then maybe you can give them the tour, and then I can go and talk to your people. I'm sure. Just point me in the direction, and I'll find my way into a building somewhere, right?
I was gonna say I'd like to take the rest of the tour if you guys want to go with Kane.
I am also interested in seeing this city with Phoebe. Perhaps you two should go, and I shall accompany Phoebe.
I'm a look at Co. Well, I'm not mad at that. All right, small guy, petty man, show me where we're going.
Well, I have to lead you there. I have to introduce you. You are the champion from Waterdeep, and we have to collect those that had traveled with you as well. So, if you want to end early, we can go get them and head to the castle, or we can finish the tour and be on our way.
Surely there will be time to see the city afterwards. I'm saying this towards like Temin and Phoebe. We do have an objective.
I mean, yeah, we do.
Well then.
Okay, you see he kind of... All right. You head back and collect the 3 members of the City Watch, and he leads you north across the river, taking the Winged Wyvern Bridge to Castle Neverwinter, next to the Black Lake. Though he can't help himself but to explain to you on your way that it is now called the Blue Lake since the ruining and the rebuilding. They don't like the name Black Lake anymore because it has a dark connotation to it. Though all the locals still call it the Black Lake, and he's just going on. You arrive at the castle, and it is a grand structure. Large, beautiful, towering spires, grand arches, just immaculate architecture. You can tell there's very modern build to this. It seems that they took the old castle and spruced it up using all the money that they have at their disposal. He leads you through grand hallways and comes to a massive door, not too dissimilar to the one leading access to the Lord's meeting chamber that you were at the day prior in Castle Waterdeep. He then speaks to one of the guards outside, informs them of all of you, and the door opens, and you head into the grand throne room. This room is massive. Massive. It is marbled. There is a red carpet that leads from the door all the way up to a gilded throne. And upon the throne sits Daggalt Neverember. His pumpkin brown hair, long and pulled back with a blue ribbon, and a large, neatly trimmed beard rests from his face. His armor is very polished and regal, and reflects the midday sun from the windows into his dark eyes. There are 2 men with dark armor speaking to him as you enter. And they stop, turn to look at all of you, look back at Neverember, nod, and they exit through a western door. Baron Charmise claps his heels together. Your lordship, Grand Protector, I come with the party from Waterdeep, bearing words that require your ear, and accompanying them the champion of Waterdeep. And with a deep bow, you hear Daggalt approach.
I'm gonna kind of like nudge King. Try not to, cause some sort of war with the king.
Real quick, before he says anything, this guy already knows me. And I'm gonna cross my arms and stand up straight.
I'm just gonna shake my head and just. Here we go.
So you head deeper into the throne room, approaching Daggalt on his throne. He sits lazily on one side. Well, you've come with word. Kara speaks up. Yes, we've brought you a letter penned from the Lord's champion.
I'm gonna step forward and hand up the ripped open letter.
He takes it from you, barely looking, and then he sees your hand. Huh. Small world. Charmise, read this for me. You see the Baron run up and grab the letter, Lord Protector of Neverwinter, blah 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 blah, we require your aid. Daggett raises his hand and interrupts him. And why should I care what happens outside these walls? My people require my full attention here. As he looks at you, Kane, you see this disgust building up in his expression as his eyes go from your eyes down to the collar hanging from your neck. A letter, and surely you've been sent as some manner of cruel joke. Not in 100 years has that collar been worn, and not for 100 more will it pick a worthy successor. For here I am, without it, and there you stand with it. Surely this is one of your numerous cons, Dragonborn.
Listen, I wish it was a joke, and I think it was fucking hilarious, but it's not a joke, and here I stand with this horrid item around my neck. So thank you for noticing. But we came here to warn you about a possible attack that happened to our city in Waterdeep, as you know. And Oakhurst has been completely leveled, as you know, per letter. But you don't seem to care much.
He looks
Good
over.
old Daggett.
He looks over the letter himself. As far as I was aware, the Black Network and the Zentarim were a Lord's Alliance problem.
Oh, well, they're gonna be your problem.
Kane, you hear a voice. Man, I knew this guy was an asshole.
I'm gonna look around the room real quick and not say anything yet.
No one's reacted at all. In fact, Daggett continues going on about how Waterdeep owes him. He still hasn't gotten money back for this. He still hasn't gotten it back for that. They wanted guards from him. This, that, and the other thing.
Yes. Take that up with Laurel, Silverhand. Talk to her. But right now, we're here for something else.
Well, fine. Seems coincidental, though maybe not. I was gonna sell them to Waterdeep. I'm certain the Lord's Alliance would have loved to have paid a pretty penny for them. But now you're here to collect.
Wait, what did you just say?
We found 2 Zentarim agents over in the Neverwinter Wood, saying they were tracking down survivors from Oakhurst and slaughtering them. Unfortunately, we found no survivors, just these 2.
Where are they?
They're down below. Charmise can take you. Charmise, be their chaperone, please. I have much more important things to get back to. I will think over this request. You may leave.
I'm gonna turn to Ko and whisper under my breath. Well, that was a little easier than I thought it was gonna be.
I'm quite proud of you, actually.
Doggett was run out of Waterdeep. He's not so scary. He's just a man with a stick up his ass.
I kind of let that laugh out a little bit louder than I intend. I get it now. So how do you want to proceed?
I'm gonna smile at Ko. Well, I'm gonna crack my knuckles and just say, if I can get my hands on a Zentarim, there's a couple ways I'd like to proceed. I'm gonna glance at Phoebe, but try and not make eye contact. Like, fuck.
Actually, now that you mention it, that could be most useful. And Ko's eyes kind of like quickly flicker blue, and he's got like this, kind of menacing kind of look on his face.
Where's Charmine?
Charmise approaches you. Well, if you would like to go to where those agents are, they're down below in the prisons.
I think we'd very much like to do that.
Okay, I shall lead your way. Thank you so much, always the DMs. I appreciate you. So, you follow Baron Charmise through a tight hallway, down steps that lead further and further underground. The heat of Neverwinter becomes this damp humidity as you continue to descend. The walls glisten with a moisture, and they are cool to the touch. There is a sense of unlife here. Death. A foul, moldy, rotten smell hangs in the air. 2 guards stand at attention at the bottom of the steps, in front of a locked door that leads to a hall with a series of holding cells. Charmise gives the word, and they unlock the door, allowing you through. You continue to press forward, and Charmise gestures at 2 different holding cells. One is there, and the other is there. Guard, the keys, please. When a guard approaches, he has a ring of keys, and he is waiting. It is up to you how you would like to proceed from here.
I have the feeling this could move away from a conversation very quickly, so if it's okay, Kane, I'd like to stick with you.
I think you misread that.
Huh?
Being absolutely shocked at this, because I'm like,
You want to be part of this moment.
Phoebe, I don't think you understand the type of guys that they have down here.
Well, I assume that the ones that we're looking for might have more information than they've been willing to tell. So-
Shall you address it, or shall I?
Let's have you go at it first, and then we'll see how blunt I have to be.
So, Phoebe, you know how I always tell you about bad people who deserve to be treated poorly because of their bad actions and decisions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Down here, it's likely that everybody down here is one of those people. And the ones that we're actually trying to find and speak to certainly are of that variety. Therefore, the talks, he's gonna air quote, the talks that we will be having might not be nice ones. Do you understand?
I think I do, but does it have to start there?
Well, I'm gonna look at what's his name, Charmise. They've been uncooperative thus far. Correct.
Well, they haven't been interrogated at all.
Oh.
He looks at the guard. Have they been the guard? They also have not been fed or watered.
Well, you're in luck, Phoebe. There might be a hope for them. But it's likely that they might be too far gone. Just keep that in mind.
Okay. I can do that.
Remember, we're not the ones trapped here, so at any point, if you need to leave, you can. They can't. And they shouldn't.
No.
I'm gonna look at Temin. I'm just gonna try and read a Temin. I know he's a robot, but
What does your robo face say?
the robot face that doesn't emote, like I'm just gonna get read. I'm gonna get read.
Oh, he's been stone faced this entire time. But
Yeah.
he's been just silently watching and thinking.
Well, I'm gonna look at them. I'm gonna look at the door. I'm gonna look at them. I don't know if you guys have ever been in a cell, especially with somebody as, like Ko said, is gone. But if you can't stomach it, no one will judge you.
Oh, I've been plenty of times.
Perfect.
Many times with Spuds and Jameson. We have gotten into several brawls with bootlickers over the years.
I'm not really worried about you, Temin. And I'm gonna turn to the door, and we're gonna go to the door.
All right. So the guard approaches and grabs one of the keys, and he looks at you. This one thinks he's funny, and he unlocks it. Have fun. He swings the
Does he tell
gate
jokes?
open, and it creaks.
I don't think he does, Tim.
So inside, you see a man slumped against the wall. He has heavy shackles on his wrists and his ankles. You can see that his clothing is heavy on him, damp from the moisture of the air, and just dirty. As the cell door opens, you see his head weakly lifts up. Don't think I recognize any of you. I doubt you're here to cook me a grand king's meal.
I'm not gonna say anything to him. I'm just gonna wait.
You see
I'm gonna
his
walk over to him.
cheeks are gaunt, and his eyes are bloodshot. Alright, Timon.
I'm actually going to reach into my bag and pull out some leftover breakfast. Specifically my pancake.
You might kill him right here.
So I was just gonna say, so you go straight to poisoning.
Alright.
Please, you do not look so well. Perhaps you can eat before you speak to us.
This
I'm
will
gonna pull out a canteen of water as well.
be a weird time to poison me.
Oh, I do not mean to poison you. If you are poisoned, I can use lay on hands to cure you.
You see he weakly grabs the water first and begins just chugging it before putting it down heavily and grabbing the food, eyeing you suspiciously. He takes a bite of it and you hear a crunch, and then he... Ugh. This a local delicacy?
Yes, it is something I made myself.
Thanks, but no thanks. He throws it at you.
Would you prefer a meatloaf that is part of a military ration?
Oh, no, this looks more familiar. He eats it. Now what? You bought me dinner. I don't think I'm ready for much else.
Well, you could always accompany us.
Oh, so you're here to let me free?
Not exactly.
Yeah, about that. We need information.
About what? Do I look like a walking thesaurus?
I have no idea what that is. Regardless, the information we seek is about the recent attacks in the area.
And what makes you think I'd know anything about that? I've been down here for 9 days!
And the attacks have transpired prior. And according to the powers that be, your arrest is directly in relation to those attacks, or at least the people behind those attacks.
Well, I'm sure nothing is gonna get by somebody as smart as you, pal. Yeah, I'm Zentarim. What of it?
Well, let's start there. What does it mean to be Zentarim? Are you an organization? Are you a collective of some sort? Explain.
If you don't know who we are, then clearly we're not doing our job good enough.
I can tell you who they are.
Enlighten me, somebody, because I'm not from here.
The Zentarim are a shadow group that sells good weapons and mercenaries. You hear that? People. They attempt to gain political power in Waterdeep. They've been working around in shady shit for a long time. They're too thin to spread out through the city. They couldn't do it by themselves. But they're shady motherfuckers that take advantage of women, children, and the weak. Anybody, really. As you can see, they were a part of Oakhurst's slaughtering. Clearly, I don't think they did it alone. So it's more of a partnership they're in with that we're interested. I don't give a fuck about what you're stealing, what you're doing, or much more than that. But I want to know who you're talking to and who you're working with. Is that enough information now? Now do you trust me to tell me what the fuck is going on?
Don't worry. Everyone, even your friend there, are gonna know exactly who we are. It's only a matter of time now.
Well, I'm stuck here with you, and it sounds like you want to brag. So why don't you tell me who you're fucking around with and what you're becoming?
Thanks for the meal.
Oh, you are welcome.
Fuck off.
I keep forgetting his name. The guard. Is he with us or is he back up the steps?
So Charmise
Charmise, thank you.
is down there with you, and the guard is standing by the door with his arms crossed.
Phoebe's gonna walk over to Charmise and she's gonna like beckon him to go down to her level.
Yes?
She's gonna whisper so the guy in the cell can't hear her. Would I be able to cast anything down here, or are there methods that prevent magic from being cast?
These cells are not, No, you will be fine. What are you looking to cast?
Just thinking. Nothing harmful, I assure you.
Well, just make sure it's not too much of a mess.
No. I don't do messes. Thank you. and she's gonna walk back to the group.
Okay.
So, what can we do to get you to be more cooperative? Like King said, we don't really care about you. We want to know who you're dealing with.
You want information? Come here. No, come here. Come here.
I'm going to take 2 steps forward towards him.
It's just really hard to speak up, you know, days without water.
You speak just fine.
If you want information from me, I want a horse, I want supplies for travel, and I want a beautiful lady, and I want to ride away from here.
That's funny. The guard said you were funny. I can see why he would say that now.
It won't matter. None of what you do is going to matter.
Subtly, Phoebe's just gonna do a little wave with her hand, and she's gonna cast Charm Person.
Making him pull out his dice, Kelpie.
What dice rolls this session? It's getting spicy.
Whoa, are we actually playing D&D? It's crazy.
Holy shit!
Okay, so he failed his wisdom save. He is charmed by you.
Amanda, you're killing me in this fucking chat.
Oh my god.
Dude, he's the prisoner. He's nasty. Of course he's gonna do nasty shit. You just charmed the wrong motherfucker, Kelp.
You guys need to calm your asses down. So, he,
Spice it up.
spice up that ass.
You know, Phoebe's not looking at him. Like, she'll occasionally glance up, and then she'll look off to the side.
Hey. Hey, you. He points at Phoebe. I'll talk to you.
Okay.
Ew, no, I'm stepping in front of her.
Phoebe.
I'm gonna like touch Kane and just like,
Yep, there we go.
let's just see where this goes.
Phoebe, stay next to me.
Come here.
Why does he want to whisper in
She's gonna
everybody's ear?
she's gonna take a halfling step forward.
A halfling step.
That was nothing. Come on. Come on. We're friends.
If it's all right with you, I'm gonna stay here.
How are you gonna undo these from over there?
I wasn't planning on undoing them, to be honest.
I thought you were gonna help me out.
That depends. Why would what we're doing not matter?
'Cause you're all fucked.
What makes you say that?
Nah, our plans changed. We used to be all about money, but now we conquer.
Would you be able to tell me about what you know of your plans? Why did they change?
Nah, I can't tell you that.
Are you sure? I mean, she's like gonna to swallow a little hard here. We could be friends, right?
If we're friends, you're gonna let me go. He holds up his shackled arm.
I'm afraid we're gonna have to have a conversation first. I think what I'm asking is worthy of those being undone.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Because he's charmed, do I get advantage?
Why'd you roll poorly?
The fine print.
He hates saying yes to this.
I'm reading.
Yeah, go ahead.
Almost rolled performance.
Oh no, not that.
Thank God, it's at fucking advantage. Okay, 18.
See, this is why I didn't want to say yes. Okay.
You're charmed, bitch.
Haha.
He's a bellow.
Well, we all know. You know. There's been a change in leadership. Someone with a plan is calling the shots now.
Do you know their name?
Grexiva.
You said they want to conquer, right?
Yeah. But he'll do it too.
How do you think they'll do that?
Huh. I can't tell you that.
I'm gonna take a knee beside Phoebe.
For what reason do they mean to conquer?
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to her.
Please.
You look familiar.
I was once a paladin of conquest,
Yeah.
and just like you, I have killed others in the name of conquest.
You like that big one.
The one in town.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd crush you, though.
My eyes just flicker red for a moment.
You're an interesting lot. Wish I could gut you.
Phoebe's gonna back up.
No. Get closer.
Yeah, no, I think that's enough, Phoebe. 10 minutes. Why don't you get out of here?
I said I'm only gonna talk to her.
Doesn't matter. Phoebe, 10 minutes. Get out of here.
We heard what you said.
Come
Yeah,
back.
I did. I heard what you said about the large one in town. Means you were there that day. In Waterdeep.
I wasn't in Waterdeep.
Doesn't matter. You're with the crew. So it's not just this petty bullshit you peddling around on the outskirts of known. Just hearing the know-how, hearing the rumors. You've been a part of them and you've been near them enough.
I said I'm only gonna talk to her.
Phoebe, Temin, leave.
Don't leave me in here. He looks at you, Phoebe. Don't leave me with them. We're friends. These are bad people.
If she was really your friend, maybe you'd be more forthcoming with her so she could help you with your situation.
Is there a guard in the room?
He's just standing there.
Take the little one out, please.
He puts a hand on your shoulder, Phoebe.
She's gonna nod and go with him.
All right.
As they're exiting, Ko's eyes immediately start turning blue and just like intensifying. And I'm gonna cast.
Wait. Oh. We have one more. Don't waste it. I promise you. If this was our fun one, you're gonna need that rage for the next one.
Fine. How about I propose something with you? And as Ko like leans closer, his eyes turn back to normal. And he's gonna pull out his pouch and he's gonna just start picking up a few coins and lay 5 platinum in front of this guy. You said you wanted a horse, a woman, and freedom. Well, if you get out of here, that should be more than enough to cover the cost of each of those things. You could buy a woman somewhere. Surely. This is all yours. If you could win a game of chance. And in his other hand, he pulls out some die and he flicks them over to the guy. If I win, you will be more cooperative. If you win, that's the end of this conversation. The platinum is yours. All we have to do is bet high or low and roll for it.
I find it's hard to get a good flick of the wrist with chains on them.
I'm pulling out my great sword. I'm holding it right over his chains.
Then so be it.
And I'm gonna cut him.
You hear the guard in the back. I'm not paying for that.
It's fine. I'll cover it.
He pulls the chain out of the shackles. They're like, it's one chain connected to both. And he pulls it out. Oh. Thank you.
Oh, let's make this quick. I'm not waiting any longer.
The gentleman simply just needs to roll and cast whatever he wants, low or high.
You first.
Low.
Low. He then rolls the dice. It is low.
Shall we go again? My turn.
You take the dice. And you see he's nursing his wrists now.
Your call.
Aye.
Low. And I roll him. And These are my charlatans die.
Knew it.
They will be low.
Okay.
Do you concede?
I'm not telling you anything. Especially when I can't feel my toes.
I
I'm walking
first
over.
cast my glance to Kane, and then when he says his toes, I kind of like my eyes shift back to see what the hell he's talking about.
His ankles are shackled too.
Oh, that's what he's referring to.
I'm gonna look at both of them. Let me know when playtime's over, because I've been done a while.
Remember, Kane, this was the guy who likes the jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
Clearly, he's in it for the fun.
It doesn't change the fact that he's Zentarim. Doesn't change the fact that he kills innocent children and women, families. He slaughtered and hunted down survivors of Oakhurst. Please tell me why I'm gonna even pretend that I'm gonna let this guy get out of here.
Oh, they
Much like-
screamed. They begged.
Much like he's saying to us, we have no hope, he also knows he has no hope. Especially with a guy like me standing in the room. So if you two have anything else you'd like to do, do it now, or I suggest you move out of my way. Because we have another room to get into.
Sir, whatever your name is, I propose a game of chance.
We did that.
As an
Didn't like it.
alternative, that was the alternative to my blue friend here. You either want the platinum and some sort of potential freedom or whatever, or you want King.
You dice lie. Muscle stout.
Kane it is.
Come on, you fucking handbag.
And as I say that, I'm going to like just scoop up my die and the coins with my telekinesis and literally just walk away from him.
I want to know something. When you went to conquer those villages, why did you do it?
That's what we do. That's
But what is your personal reason for conquest?
Oh, me? I'm just in it for the sport.
I'm gonna walk up to the door and I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna turn around and walk back to him. And I'm gonna swing my greatsword down and cut the chains by his feet.
Oh, finally. He begins to pedal his legs and rotate his ankles. Oh, so much better.
Kane. I heard there was a prisoner trying to escape today. I think prisoners like that deserve to die.
And my eyes just flicker red while I look at him.
At least let me get on my feet first.
I'm not going to let him get on his feet. I'm actually going to pounce on him, pummel him into the ground, and make sure his skull is crushed in before we leave this room.
Should you straight brutalize this guy? You know, the sight of his skull cracking and the blood splattering up on the wall is not nearly as unnerving as the lack of noise this guy makes as his life leaves his body. His foot twitches as the last sign of life left in this room from him.
Once Kane is done, I'm going to open the door and proceed to the other cell.
All right.
I'm gonna put my hand on my on Temen's shoulder before he walks out, and kind of be like, "I get it, dude. I get why you have to ask those questions, but
But they
More
are
of like,
not
you know.
like us. We fought for peace. We wanted to protect the women and the children. Why, Kane?
see, men like that are a danger. They're a danger to everyone. And they're a danger to themselves because they don't even know why. We can't risk him staying here, hurting others, even other prisoners. We can't risk him getting out because he's not going to change.
I understand.
Charmise, in the hallway with Phoebe, is covering his mouth as he was looking through the door, and he takes a few steps back. Oh, well, he didn't seem like you wanted to give up much information. Hopefully he's better. Ko, you head into the hallway.
Here's to hoping he's better. I'll open the next cell, or ask the guard to open the next cell.
He unlocks it and opens it for you. The man in there, he's older than the first one, just as gaunt though. A large beard on his face. You see he has numerous tattoos all over his flesh. Just shackled up the same way. And he sees you come in. Don't worry. I won't play you for a fool like he did.
I don't exactly think that he played anybody for a fool besides himself.
I'll tell you right now, though. I don't know anything.
We're all in there, right?
You can be.
Because I'm going in there.
Same.
I'm sorry, but I can't exactly accept your words at face value.
I understand. I got in this for the money. I really did. I would have taken his offer.
Then perhaps you'll make this easy. Open your mind to me. And then I'll be able to determine just how much you know. And there won't be any need for my big blue friend to bash your skull in.
You see he looks a little reserved, looks between the two of you. I just really don't like mental stuff.
Please. And I kneel beside him.
There's other options.
There are other options.
I'm telling you, I don't know. I don't know.
I'll look over to Kane and then over to Temin.
Phoebe's gonna cast Sending to Ko, and she's just gonna say, how's it going? Are you with the second man? Do you need help?
Yes, we were with the second man. I don't think we need your help just yet, Phoebe. For now, just continue to wait over there.
All I can tell you is what he said. There's a new guy in charge. This is Rexiva. I don't know what Fazul's problem is, but even he's taking orders from him. That's all I know.
Who is Fazul?
He's the leader. He was in charge of us. The chosen of Bane.
Who's Bane?
Bane. God of tyranny and conquest.
Sorry, I'm not from here.
My old patron god.
Kind of look over to Temmie, like, trying to, like, compose the fucking shock. I see.
I'm gonna reach over and grab him by the hands, just gently. Looking at his old hands. I'm gonna cast Lay on Hands, just for a few points.
Please. For whatever reason you do this for, I'm sure you have people you care about. Loved ones.
That's why I did it for the money. I've got sick kids.
Yes. But the one you serve, he is a betrayer. A destroyer.
Hey, you gotta...
Eventually, your loved ones will be in danger.
You just gotta do what you can out here, man.
No. That is what I believed. But the people most dear to me were taken. We tried to follow the orders. To follow Bane. But it only led to the destruction of villages with women and children.
Man, I got nothing to do with that.
Yes, you do. It could be your family. Please. I've already lost my commander. He was a good man. Just like you.
I don't know much, man. He pulls his hands away from you. Listen,
All
we
right.
were in Oakhurst, all right? There was a tree there. We were sent in to find out whatever we could about the damn thing. But all we found were fucking kobolds, and the damn tree was burned down. And there was some crazed man down there. That's it. So, we had to kill the town, kill any witnesses of us being there. That's all. That's all that I know.
And the attacks on Waterdeep.
I don't know.
What about the kobolds?
They were dealt with too.
Did
I'm gonna
you
step up.
kill any yourself?
Me? Maybe a couple? What does it matter?
Listen. I don't get the soulless vibe that I got from you from the other guy. Which is strange. But I do, like I said, know the Zentarim were just a couple of punks. It was a fucking gang doing stupid shit. And now you're involved with this stupid shit. You said you have a family that you're providing for, so you were backed into a corner. I get that. I'm gonna lean in really close to him. Are you lying to me about your family?
No, I got I got 2 boys.
All right. 2 boys. Promise me. Pinky promised me that you have the 2 boys.
I pinky promise.
I'm gonna grab his finger and I'm gonna reach back in my belt and I'm gonna take out one of my daggers and cut his pinky off.
Ah!
And I'm gonna throw the dagger to the behind me and be like, heat up the dagger and cauterize him. That's for lying to me. And if you didn't lie to me, that's a reminder of what you've done. And you'll fucking remember it, won't you?
What the fuck, man?
You need to be a better provider. And if you lose all your fingers here, you're not going to be able to provide much, are you?
Fuck.
And then I'm going to grapple his face with my hand. I'm going to lean him back. You know, I could crush your skull right now, but I don't think I need to do that.
His hands slap at your arm. You can feel how weak he is.
I think a guy like you deserves to live. Because maybe there is hope.
Yeah.
There was no hope for the other guy. But listen, before you start saying a lot of shit, I do believe you. I believe you and your buddy over there did give us as much information you can, because minions get fucking shit info from the top. I know that too. But it doesn't mean I'm gonna let you off scot-free. Hey, has anyone got the burning going? He's bleeding all over my fucking legs. So, I'm gonna make sure that your fucking existence is miserable for the rest of your life. And I'm gonna stick my thumb into his mouth. And I'm gonna start prying it open. And I'm gonna take my claw and I'm gonna jam it into his gums and start prying out his teeth from the back to the front. Because here's the thing. No. Here's the thing. If he's gonna live and he's ever gonna get out of here, he's gonna live with these reminders to make sure he's never.
Before you take all of his teeth and he is not in a manner fitting for speaking.
Here, listen, I'm not cutting out his tongue. He can still talk. I've seen it happen. He's fine. And I'm gonna pry out another tooth.
One last question.
Before that, Kane, you hear that voice again. Most people are an eye for an eye. You seem to be tooth for tooth. I like that. Oh, good. I was wondering when you'd be able to hear me. Don't worry. It'll all come to you before you know it. You're doing good work here.
I'm gonna let go of his head before I break his bottom jaw. I'm gonna kind of step away.
What happened to the dragon that was down there?
I don't know about a dragon. What
You better not be
dragon?
lying.
Fuck. There's... God. He's got 3 generals, man. This new guy, Rixiva. They came with him. He had... There's a Tabaxi, a Drow, and then some giant armor thing.
Something like him, but bigger.
Yeah.
Do these generals happen to have names?
I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember seeing them. They were fucking terrifying, man. Fuck. We cleared Oakhurst. We were sent into the woods, but they had mentioned Waterdeep. All I heard was that they're gathering artifacts. They mentioned several places. After we hunted down the survivors from Oakhurst, we were supposed to spy on Neverwinter. But clearly that hasn't happened.
You said there were several other locations.
He spits blood onto the ground, along with another tooth that had fallen loose. Yeah. They said Neverwinter and Baldur's Gate.
And how were you going to contact them?
They were just gonna show up, man.
Was there a specific date in time?
I don't know, what day is it? It is currently...
It's Wednesday.
So you left on the 4th of Elesis, and it took you 6 days to get here, so it is the 10th of Elesis.
It is the 10th of Elesis.
Maybe 2-3 more days, something like that.
And the plan was...
There's an island. There's an island somewhere. It's connected to Neverwinter. But that's all I know. I was supposed to find out more information. That's it. I promise you. That's all I know, man. Let me go.
Yeah. No.
What?
Oh. Like King said, you will be left with a reminder, and I think your imprisonment
No.
also serves that purpose.
You gotta let me out of here. You can't just leave me down here.
Surely we can.
Ko, I've been waiting for a little while, but I feel an intense anger welling up inside me.
As you see Taman go into like a slow boiling rage with the greatsword on his shoulder.
I kind of like raise my hand to him. Me too, my friend.
How many kobold?
What?
How many did you kill?
I don't know, man.
I'm swinging my greatsword right across the wall with a long
As
slash.
soon as I
How
feel,
many?
As soon as I feel Timon moving, I'm like hand down and I'm like taking that step back, like.
No more than a handful.
The exact number. Tell me now,
Why does it matter to you?
because those kobold were my friends.
And I slash again. And I bring it blade even closer to his face.
No, I didn't. It wasn't me. It wasn't my plan. It's not my fault. They were just there. Why were they even there?
At that point,
But
I'm going to use my telekinesis to like pull him forward, closer towards Temin.
I think
Then the hand you shall lose.
and I'm gonna swing my greatsword and cut off his left hand.
Yep. Ah! Blood squirting out. His arm falls limply to his side.
For the kobolds that you killed. That
the
will be a
record.
reminder.
Sorry.
And he passes out from the pain and exhaustion.
There you go. And
Sorry.
we tortured the fuck out of it. Well, at the very least, we have information. And although he seemed quite low, he was very much aware of the enemies that we faced in Waterdeep.
Well, you know, gods and goddesses, they like to be known. And military heads, when you're under someone, you gotta take orders from, right? Doesn't mean they know exactly what's going on. I'm gonna look at the guy, just kind of be like, yeah, he's not worth any more of our time.
All right. Charmise approaches, or as you come out, Charmise is there. He's dabbing his sweating forehead with a cloth. I said that was good information to get.
Oh, you got all that, so you heard it, so you can remember too, and also medic guy might need.
We'll get a healer down here.
I mean, you don't have to heal him up all the way; just fix him up enough.
Regardless, this information he mentioned artifacts. What happened at the attack in Waterdeep?
Never mind that. More importantly, he mentioned the island nearby.
Yeah, never mind that. If he's looking for artifacts and there's an island involved, then we might have a problem.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to talk to...
We have to consult Vault. We must consult our wolfen lord.
Drink some water.
What's
like,
water?
He's like, Dad, I'm choking.
I'm dying.
Help! A damsel in distress.
He just wants attention. Look at him.
I was just gonna say, I need attention.
Oh, I've fallen and I can't get up.
There's our alleviation from the tension of the moment. We'll have to consult the magisters to be certain, but this could mean something. It's good that you've come then. Please, let's get out of here. I hate this drabness.
Very well.
As everyone's walking away, I'm gonna come up to Phoebe and take a knee.
Phoebe.
I'm gonna just bring her in close and actually give her a hug.
She's gonna hug him back.
I'm sorry, Phoebe. Our kobold friends are no longer of this earth.
She's just gonna kind of step back and look down, and little tears are gonna well up in her eyes, and she's just gonna kind of nod and walk out.
And I'm just gonna get back up and just walk behind her.
Okay. So you all come out of the prison back into Neverwinter Castle. And Charmise informs you all. We'll have to have a few meetings. I'll inform Lord Protector of what we've discovered, and we'll talk to the Magister about what to do next. This sounds serious to me, and I know he was not very happy at the news or to see any of you, but hopefully he'll heed this warning. Here, he reaches into his pouch, and he pulls out a small bit of parchment, and he writes on it, and then he pulls out a seal, heats it up over one of the candles, and stamps it. Here's a writ. The Shining Serpent Inn will accommodate you. My cousin works there, so we can get you in.
Most
Daggle
appreciated.
does not like giving rooms to outsiders. Otherwise, I'd give you one here. I apologize.
No worries.
He's still blotting the sweat off of his forehead. Well, I bid you all a good rest of your day. And he departs.
Well, that was enlightening, to say the least. Perhaps we discuss things at this inn.
Yeah. I could use a drink and or some
Yes.
cleaning up.
Drinks. Those would be perfect. Co's gonna kind of like look back down to Phoebe.
I'm not gonna look at Phoebe at all. Because I'm
And-
assuming I'm the most covered in blood.
I know, right? We just tortured a fucking guy. But yeah, Co's gonna turn and kind of like get in pace with Phoebe. I do apologize that you had to be that present to what took place. If you want to talk about it, I'm here.
She's gonna nod and offer a little faint smile, and she's just gonna keep walking and keep her eyes down.
We will make memorials for them, Phoebe.
Indeed.
Okay. The Shining Serpent is in the northwest of Neverwinter. Passing by Neverwinter River on your way, you see all the beautiful plants, and you can smell the freshness in the air. It is a stark contrast to the prison below the castle, like another world of darkness and misery down there. But here, Phoebe, you can see there are some tropical fruits on these trees. Kane, you also recognize these fruits. These are expensive imports, and yet they're growing just naturally right here in the heat of the day. Phoebe, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say she's gonna take a mental note.
Okay. You also see there is a wooden carving standing in front of a building. It's probably a home. And on it is carved the fresh spring, which is a symbol of Eldeath. This building and this wooden carving are right next to the river and these tropical plants. And you see a elven woman, barefoot, come and tend to these plants outside.
She a little shook. She's just gonna kind of look over and make sure that what she's seeing is actually what she's seeing. And she's just, for now, gonna keep walking.
All right. You all make it to the Shining Serpent Inn. And the first thing you notice is everybody is wearing these white, puffy, soft robes. And there is a silver serpent embroidered on their garments. The door closes behind you, and there is a jovial tune playing inside.
What a jovial tune.
A barmaid approaches all of you. Welcome to the Silver Serpent Inn. Would you all be staying for food and drink, or for a room? Or both?
Both. Because I would like a room to be able to clean up, before I come down and enjoy this lovely tavern.
Of course, of course. She looks at the
Ooh.
blood stains on you. Probably would be best.
Yes, we were given this, and I'll hand over the writ.
Oh, I see. Oh, guests. She takes it and she puts it under a counter next to the doorway. I'll just need your names for the rooms, please. And she...
Oh, Raktau.
Spell that, please. She records you all down and gives you a key to your room. This establishment has large beds, so you will be communal sleeping here.
Damn. I thought you meant like large beds that Kane can actually fit in.
Yeah, that's what I was going for it. Okay.
All right. No, this is a pricey inn. Yeah, there are nice rooms. You're given your keys, and you go up, and there's storage space for your armor and your belongings, and there is also a big white puffy robe. Well, there's several of them, different sizes. You can never be sure with your patrons. There is actually a little note on a little bit of parchment on the back of your door, so when you go into the room, and it essentially lays out that the policy of the lounge downstairs is that you wear the robe. And then it also says specifically you do not have to be naked under the robe. You just must wear the robe. You can guess they probably have had some incidents in the past.
Most certainly.
I'm walking up to Kane with the cleansing stone, just wiping off the blood off of him.
Oh, if you're going to wear the robe,
As I'm cleaning him.
I can actually go clean off before I put the robe on. Don't worry, Timon. Thank you.
All right. While you all are taking care of your belongings and washing up, is there anything specific you would like to do?
Phoebe's just gonna take these robes? Do we put them on when we're down there only, or?
I imagine they're like in a hallway leading to the room, so you can grab your size and then go to your.
I was like, is it like a pool towel where you just take it and
I thought it was like a closet, like where you go inside
there's a
rooms.
towel lady who has a window, and you pick up your size at the window. I like that idea.
Yeah. So,
Halfling size, please.
let's say at the entryway, actually, there's a closet, and it's like a big walk-in closet, and there's lots of different sizes in there.
Right.
And the lady explains, you just wear the robe while you're down here. It's part of our dress policy. Prevents theft. So you just wear this and you should be fine. You can wear your normal clothes underneath, and if you are not, just please be respectful to your fellow patrons.
Thank you. And so she's gonna grab one in her size, and she's just gonna figure out what room they're staying in. Collectively? Separately?
You get your own rooms.
She's gonna take a key and go on up and just kind of close the door behind her and take some time.
Okay.
I think, Ko would proceed to grab his robe pretty quickly and make it upstairs. And he'll drop some of his belongings, but keep the majority.
Okay.
And quickly make his way back downstairs to find a spot at the bar.
All right. Timon? You muted.
Sorry. I said, yeah, there we go. I said I'm pointing it right in front of everyone.
All right.
I'm obviously already up armored, so I'm just gonna be like, whoa, and then I'm gonna reach into my bag.
I know something that will go with this.
and pop on my nightcap to go with
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Very nice. Very nice. He's styling now. Kane?
I'm gonna take my robe. I'm gonna go find my room. I'm gonna close the door. I'm gonna lean on the door. Slide down the door. Fucking say I hate this shit. What happened? You know, like fucking questioning everything. Get himself together. Go shower off, clean off, and then only wearing pants. Like he's taking off his top armor.
And
he's gonna
the
wear
collar.
robe. And the collar, of course. I can't get that off. And then I will join the rest of the patrons after I have my moment of solidarity. Solidarity? There it is.
Solitude.
Your moment of solitude. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Down at the bar, we'll start with Ko. Unless, Phoebe, you said you were taking a moment?
You're also muted, Phoebe.
Everyone's muted.
We are good beans. Phoebe's gonna be in a room and she's gonna take off her backpack and she's gonna set it down next to her bed. Is there a window?
To the wall.
Did you say through the wall?
Yeah, there's a
Oh,
window.
I get it.
There's
I
a
get
window.
it. I get it, Xavier. You're funny. It took 10 psychic damage. All right. Is there a window?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Okay, cool. Sorry, this fucking chat. Depending on how tall the window is, can she open it?
Yes, you can open the window.
Okay.
You're short. You're not that short.
Listen, I don't know. It could be tightest in here.
We're at an inn that is made for giants.
I don't know. Jesus, I'm being race sensitive
That would be
here.
great.
All right.
That'd be great.
She would never reach the doorknob, though.
Yeah, come on. Holding Booker, she's gonna climb up and through the window.
Okay.
Is there part of the roof out there, or is it just window and ground?
It's window to ground.
Am I up there, or is it like?
You're like 25 feet up, I guess.
All right. I'm gonna just misty step down.
Shouty.
Great escape.
And just misty step down. And she's just gonna take a look around and deep breath and start walking toward where she saw the elven woman.
Okay. Well, we will meet back up with Stuart Little's adventure over there. So, Ko, at the bar.
Ko would have ordered like some sort of house specialty, whatever was recommended by the barkeep, and I feel like at this point he'd probably be like at least halfway through it, and his head is just like kind of just down on the counter, and it's just up, and he's just really things that have happened over the past few days are starting to like really settle in a little bit.
Yeah, I imagine.
So yeah, he's starting his drinking solo for today.
Temin, you see your companion, his head down on the bar.
I'm gonna walk over to him. And then, leading into him, I'm gonna grab him and just shake him.
Go! This is not a place to sleep.
I am not asleep, Temin. I was just contemplating. A lot has happened. And this is one of my ways of processing. Hold on. I take it. That's like it's one of my ways of processing all that has occurred. So many allies lost, a lot of information shared, and now we have to wait to hear back on from whichever lord at this point. It's a lot. How are you?
I am.
You just see Temin look up for a moment.
Confused. Angry. Sad. Disappointed.
That about sums it up for me as well.
Do you think we'll be able to convince others, like that old man, to stop serving Bane?
I know not of Bane, but it is in my experience that those who offer their life and are devoted to particular causes are very, very hard to dissuade. And as much as it pains me to say it, not everybody is deserving of the patience, nor is there time to be afforded to properly navigate the world and the encounters that we're going to face on more peaceful terms, though it's quite violent.
But if we do not try, then who will try for them?
Exactly. That is the great mystery of it all. Trying to decide who's worthy and who's not of, well, our efforts. If it was up to me, I would have simply ripped the information from his mind. However, that could have been very, very harmful to his psyche. So, well, while he's physically maimed, at least he can contemplate the error of his ways. And at the very least, remember his potential kids. And then I'm gonna kind of like lean back and knock another.
Did he have kids though?
Did he really have kids?
That was why I did not kill him,
Yes.
because he was simply just following orders.
Which I would imagine you could sympathize with.
Yes.
I more so felt a connection to being put in a position where you're making tough decisions as a matter of survival. And sometimes those decisions simply are bad, negative. And unfortunately, sometimes we're just dealt those hands. And from that perspective, I can certainly find a similarity between myself and that man. Just doing whatever we have to do to survive.
Yes. If that old man was an ally of yours being detained by the enemy, I am sure you would not want him to have his psyche damaged to the extent that you mentioned.
Certainly not. That would have massive repercussions on a Kalistar.
Yes.
Co, as you're reaching the bottom of the bottle and conversing with your companion, you actually feel Raktao's rage, emphasizing your point. And it mellows down to this solemn understanding of the situation. But his presence, ever lingering inside of you, reminds you of your quest.
Feeling this, I think he'll down the rest of the bottle and then kind of like slouch down and put his hands in front of him and just kind of rest his chin on them. Being very, very, very sure to not seem like he's asleep so that Temin doesn't shake him up again. But kind of just looking forward, like in no particular direction. He's definitely like deep in contemplation at this point as he's like navigating those feelings.
Yeah.
And those thoughts.
Kane, upstairs. A little time has passed.
Yeah, so, I mean, like I said, he'll probably just be trying to shake off all that just happened and just kind of being like, what the fuck, you know? Get his robe on, think about the girls and the city and just what he's doing, and hate the collar a little more, and then get ready to leave to go back just down to the bar.
All right. Well, outside, Phoebe, you're walking through the streets of Neverwinter, and you know, just the smell of freshness. You feel like right now you can't really appreciate it as much as you would like to. It's a little disappointing.
She's just gonna keep going to where she thought she saw Shank Redemption. Saw that kind of, what was it you called it?
I was really hard trying not to say the word shrine.
I know.
It's like a totem.
Yeah, totem.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna
yeah.
go where she saw a totem.
Awesome. Well, you see it, and the elven woman is sitting cross-legged, and she is eating one of the fruits that had come off the tree. And she just seems to be enjoying the cool air as the sun sets and evening begins.
Phoebe's gonna approach and maybe get seen first. I would be baffled if she just snuck up on this woman.
Well, her eyes are closed, and she's just enjoying the surroundings.
Oh, okay, that's different. Without saying anything, Phoebe's just gonna put Booker on the ground and just sit next to him across from her, across her legs.
Would you like one of the fruits, dear?
Oh, if you wouldn't mind.
And without opening her eyes, you see her reach up and grab one and hold it out to you.
Thank you.
You'll want to take the rind off of it. It's more sour. Bitter.
It's good advice. Thank you. And she's just gonna hold it and just stare at it.
Not many people travel through Neverwinter. What brings you? If I'm not prying too much to ask.
No, it was me who sat in this space. I can't just say one thing brought me here. I believe I was meant to be here for my own reasons, but I'm here by choice, helping a friend.
Helping friends is a great way to find enlightenment in your own life.
It definitely has many lessons I'm meant to learn.
She now opens her eyes and looks at you. Well, hopefully, with your friends and with that fruit, maybe we can turn that frown around.
Looking around, so is it just the totem? Is there like any like a building? Is it just?
Well, she came out of a building.
Yes. Okay. That I was like, did I make up a building in my mind, or am I high?
She came out of a building. It looks like the other ones, similar architecture. You would assume it was her home.
Okay.
Or it is her home, rather.
Do you enjoy living here?
Oh, Waterdeep has its advantages and disadvantages. But the river is so very nice, and this is one of the best places to enjoy it while still being attached to civilization. Actually, it's the only place to enjoy it.
I would agree with you, having not been here long. This little piece that's cut out here is the closest thing to home I've felt in a minute.
Oh? Where are you from?
A good ways.
Ah, traveled far then.
Hmm.
Well, then I will not pester you with any more questions. I'll allow you to soak up all you need of your memories of back home.
You could never pester, but thank you.
She breathes in deep and closes her eyes and goes back to enjoying the moment.
Relatively, how far away is Phoebe from the totem?
Couple paces.
She's gonna get up and grab Booker, and she's gonna go kneel in front of it and start peeling the fruit that was given to her. And when she takes that first bite, she's just gonna start sobbing.
I mean, it's good fruit. I don't know if it's that good.
Yeah, honestly. It's pretty juicy.
It's warm, it's citrusy. It's pleasant. It's everything that your past week has not been.
She's gonna hang out for a little bit.
Okay. So, enough with all that depression stuff. Back at the tavern, where people drink their depression away. Kane, you come down and you find your companion Co. like this. An empty bottle, another one started, Temin next to him.
Actually, Temin has started drinking.
Temin is drinking now. You see what's going on here, Kane?
I'm going to drink too, and I'm gonna look at Tammin and be like, "Does that work for you?"
We may be resistant to poisons, but we are not immune. I have seen my friend Jameson get drunk multiple times.
All right then. I know you won't judge me. Barkeep.
Like hearing this, even though Ko was kind of like super focused, hearing this that like a Warforged was drunk, or he doesn't know like fully Temin's thing, but he's just assuming. He's like, wait, Warforged can be drunk, huh? You're very unique. Well, now that Kane has arrived, I wouldn't exactly say all in a good day's work, but we're making progress.
Mm-hmm. You lot are becoming my favorite patrons. He brings another bottle in.
Huh.
I'm gonna have a drink.
Yes.
There you go.
There we go, Kane.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm gonna look at them. I'm just gonna kind of take a drink, and I'm gonna look at them and be like, just for the record. Just for the record. That guy sucked.
I was really, a part of me was really hoping he would just uphold the game. Granted, it was rigged, but it would have been, well, an alternative, to say the least.
I know it's hard to believe, and I mean, look at me. I'm a monster, right? And I really just don't want to kill everybody I meet. That guy deserved it, though. There are some people that I do, and that guy was definitely one of them. Let's not let anybody like that get close to Phoebe ever again. Agreed?
I'll drink on that one, yes.
Cheers.
As Sputs would say, he deserved to have his liver ripped out and shoved down his throat again. I'll
Alright,
drink to
Temin.
that.
You take the lead of the next interrogations.
Will do. I have been told by Sputs that if you slowly poison them with an arrow, you can also use lay on hands to slowly cure them while poisoning them again in a perpetual cycle to prolong their pain.
There.
2 perpetual cycles.
I'll drink to that.
And they keep drinking to that.
Just keep trying to
The perpetual
out-torture each other. We're just collabing our torture ideas, I don't really want to hurt people, but if I were going to hurt more people, this is how I do it.
While we are here, in a tavern, I have a joke for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, these are good.
You know what? Lay it on us, Simon. Lay it on us. What have
What
you got
do
this
you
time?
call an angry tavern brawler? A barbarian.
You know, I'm gonna look over at Ko. I'm just gonna like lean or wherever Kevin is to me. I'm just gonna be like, you know, he's getting there.
At least he has. At least he has personality.
I'm gonna look at his metal face and be like, yeah, so much personality.
Is it the cap? And I'm just like pulling it.
Oh my god.
I forgot he was wearing a hat.
Yes. Oh, this cap again.
The long nightcap folded down,
Yes.
dirty.
You know, that certainly adds a lot more character to you, Kevin.
Yeah, I didn't really peg you for a nightcap kind of guy, but I guess I can see it now.
Oh. I have to tell you. Ko,
Yes.
I believe this nightcap gave me a dream.
Uh-huh.
You described it as a vision. And while wearing it, going to rest one night, I saw a vision of the battalion.
I do believe you might have had a dream. Kane. Is that something along the lines of what happens when you dream?
Yeah, you just kind of like see stuff or relive something or make something up. It just happens when you sleep mostly. Just like kind of being awake, and then you wake up and you weren't awake. You know, that's a dream. People dream different, but you guys not know how to dream? You did not do that?
Remember I told you, Kalashar, you don't dream.
Yes, you said something, but Temin doesn't dream either?
No.
This was my first dream ever.
Well, enjoy it, buddy. They get pretty fucked up sometimes.
Huh. Even though we don't dream, we do have, well, for the Kalashtar, we do have experiences from our Kori, and those can get pretty fucked up. So maybe, in a way, I do dream.
Yeah.
When you say Corey, you feel this anger again inside of you, Ko.
I'm drinking that shit away. Numb it out.
Drink faster, harder. Barkeep.
Fucking let me pass out so I can not dream.
Is there anything else you lot would like to do in this tavern tonight?
I think they will potentially reach a point where, actually, before I say that, is there any music playing in this tavern?
As you hear,
Is it being played by a live band, or is it magically induced?
it's live.
I am going to, at some point, calmly position myself near wherever they're set up and just start strumming along ever so slightly. I don't want to overshadow their performance by any means.
He wants to just jam with them.
I'm just jamming.
Join in the jam session.
I will take
Well,
all of their leads. And
The drummer, actually, he throws his drum set down and he starts kicking the shit out of you. No.
well, if he wants to go there, we literally just tortured two
Do you
people.
realize that Kane's in here? Do you really want to do this right now?
And we're gonna freeze frame on these three getting in a fight with the band
Everybody's just in the robes.
in the robes.
It looks like the team just fought itself.
These damn coping mechanisms, guys.
Where's
My
Ian when you need her?
goodness.
Oh man.
I know
As
something
Ko is,
Kane would do. Oh, go, Temin, go.
I was gonna say that as Ko is getting out there to play, Temin's gonna be slightly drunk, and then he's gonna have a bright idea, and then look to Kane.
In times like this, the commander said, dancing is a happy way to make people feel better.
And I'm gonna grab Kane.
Let us
my.
dance, Kane.
Okay. Yep. I'm
Yeah,
just
he's literally gonna
kinda
do the robot. And like,
looking good, Temin. I think I'm gonna just kind of be like wiggling out there and be like, I think you got this though. I think you got keep dancing. It'll make you happy. It'll make you happy.
There are
Back off the dance floor.
there are a couple of young women at a table that are laughing at the sight of the two of you.
Well, that's funny you say that, because Kane was going to look for a pretty lady to flirt with, because that always makes him feel better.
Perfect. Do you see my dance moves out there? You see this? I'm the champion, baby.
No, I wish Brad.
Oh god.
No, Kane's not there yet.
He's not at that point where he's owning
Not
that
there.
shit.
Not yet. Not yet. All right.
No, he would probably just go and like just chat him up, buy him a drink, and be a good boy that Kane is, you know.
Okay. Well.
Let me be your wingman.
Oh god.
Tevin, you keep dancing. You look great. You look great.
As the three of you continue your great night, Phoebe spends hers outside at the shrine. Her grief befalling her into sleep. And she is picked up by the elven woman and brought inside. And that is where we are going to end tonight's episode of Fancie's Fables. However, we do have a scene unfolding elsewhere. Off the coast, southwest of Neverwinter, sails a ship. It sails dark as it stalks across the waves. The crew on this ship is unlike anything ever seen on the soil of Toril. And on the helm stands a hulking metal giant, his armor glinting blue in the starlight. With Neverwinter passing to the east, an island awaits them as they sail towards their next destination. The bit of metal that Ardea had held in his hand, that he had torn from his obsession, has been fashioned into a necklace, and it hangs and then we'll fade black on that. And that's the actual ending of the episode.
Why you so obsessed with me, boy? I wanna know. There you go, Temin. I sang it for you. I sang it for you.
Thank you. Temmon can only do the robot. He cannot sing.
Yeah, you can't.
I mean, I'm the charisma.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
You
multi
know-
to Bard.
Do you know how hard I wanted to fucking dance when we came in the fucking inn and I had to be a depressed child?
Oh, poor
Aw.
little Phoebe.
I wanted to dance so fucking bad.
Oh.
It was
Phoebe's
The
Stop.
acting was strong tonight. It was absolutely great.
Good.
We were all craving the character after our week off.
Yo, Grace, how dare you say that?
Not as good as Kane's necklace. Yeah.
He's jealous.
I made me some pimp jewelry.
The violence was top notch. Good job, guys. GG. You know, I listen to a lot of like
Vibe.
serial killer documentaries and pedophiles and rapists and shit. And like, believe me, I know what I want to do to those I mean, TOS, please. But like, come on. We all know. We all know. Some people just deserve it. I mean, I wouldn't do it. I'm not condoning violence, however.
There's a thing called, karma, and
Yeah, it wasn't me.
He
It was
put-
Kane. It
he
wasn't me.
positioned himself to be in that scenario.
Exactly.
It's called.
If he
karmic
wasn't
retribution.
trying to escape, like we all saw, he was out of his chain.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought this dude was gonna cast some magic. I was like, oh shit, he gonna like.
Yo,
You know,
speaking of serial killer vibes, Xavier, I'm not listening to any more shit in front of you because I feel like you channeled one of those people who try pick up children. Like literally the guys that roll up in the cars and stuff. I was like,
this guy totally had a wagon with candy in it or some
yeah,
shit.
he was not a nice person.
He was gonna lick Ko. He was gonna lick him.
Probably the grossest person I've ever encountered on D&D. And let's just point out that Vayella encountered a pretty creepy creep.
Oh yes. Yep.
What
And
can I
this guy
say?
was giving me worse vibes.
Good job, DM. Good job, DM.
He was a
You're great.
psychopath. He really was in it
Yes.
for the glory of killing. Or maybe he is just a sick guy that likes to creep people out and he thought he could bluff you.
Well,
Either
now he's
way,
dead.
left the wrong body,
Yeah,
buddy.
either way,
Yeah,
he's
right.
fucking gone. And I like to imagine that's what it was. Like he's like, all right, I gotta be as crazy as possible so these guys just leave me alone, right? And then he just
Well,
fucking
crazy
gets
little bitch.
pummeled. I don't know. Oh yeah. I'm sorry I creeped you out so bad. I was trying to be a creep.
Creepy.
Nah, I think you did the role as it needed to be.
Yeah, it was really
I
good.
Yeah.
pictured that dude to be like Pennywise lowering the fucking kid down the drain. Like,
Oh
hey,
god,
you
yeah.
you like your boat?
Oh,
like, ah!
God.
Hi there, Georgie.
It
You don't even
was
have a
God.
boat. You're just
too
creepy.
much.
Well, I appreciate all of you. I appreciate this party. You guys are so wonderful. You really are part of the reason why I miss this show when we take our breaks. But we have just started our next arc that involves Neverwinter. So I hope everybody is strapped in and ready to go because there is some even crazier shit to come down the
No.
road. And
Bring your sunscreen.
to wet your palate.
I was.
Dude, I didn't like that.
You didn't like
I
that?
I was about to be like,
going.
You didn't like
yeah, no
that?
sound effects needed.
You didn't like that?
One party, one mind.
What's
Where
wrong
am I,
with
Mike?
wetting your
That's what-
palate?
He's gonna make some
Please.
noises. to that.
Xavier,
Xavier,
Wrong the way you
please.
presented
You
that to us.
To
Pause.
wet your pants in
Stop it, now tell
preparation
us.
for next week. We are going to have our second guest for the next couple episodes. So, if you want to see who's going to be here and who's going to play with our wonderful party, make sure you tune in next week for episode 16 of End of Eras of Fancie's Fables.
Say it.
I guess you have to
Hold
see
on.
Scott.
Let's go to our closing screen. I love you all. Thank you again, always DMs, for those gift sums. You crazy son of a bitch. I appreciate you. And I can't wait to see you all next Wednesday. Until then, always remember, stay fancy.
There it is. Yes.
Yes. Consistency. Yes.
Have a great night.